I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein, candidate for governor, and if you have yet to get my invitation to be part of a resurgent Connecticut, consider yourself invited. We need all hands on deck, at least all good people. So if you're a good person, consider yourself invited. That's almost every Republican in Connecticut. And though I'm not a Republican, I hold the values that many of you signed on for and often find disappointed when your Republicans who do get elected don't follow through. It almost certainly includes independents. Almost every one of you. Probably you stayed independent because other parties have disappointed and you like the choices. You don't want to be railroaded. I'm a candidate that exudes that choice. Choice in almost everything is what my policies are about. If you haven't seen them before, stewartforliberty.com, STEWARTFOR Liberty.com. And this invitation includes an awful lot of Democrats because it's Democrat voters who largely have gotten sold out by Democrat leadership. I give at stewartforliberty.com so many reasons why your Democrat leaders, particularly at the national level, but somewhat at the state level, don't represent your values. I'm a Democrat still, a JFK Democrat, people call me, because I'm not a progressive. But I get the values home with policies that really help poorer people, help people who are of moderate income, that want to save more, that want to be able to build up a career. I help elderly people better than the Democrat establishment, and I help businesses far better than the Democrat establishment. The establishment pays lip service. I have actions and activities that will dramatically change Connecticut. You want to change? Only an independent can make a significant one. Only an independent. Because the Democrat nominee is too tied to special interests and promises. The Republican nominee may be a little less tied, but Bob himself just can't be that outside the box. We can. And if the state elects an independent, it gives the mandate over the legislature to say, we're right, you're in the way, change or we steamroll you. And that's something that is overdue because my biggest fight is against the General Assembly. The General Assembly that has sold out Republican, Independent, and Democrat for years, that has put layers and layers of debt on our children, that has not read bills, that has not enforced things when we know of depredations within the government. That system has to end, and an independent can do it. You all, coming onto the team, can make things better. You don't have to switch parties. My party is called the Americans for Minimal Government, AMIGO for short. It doesn't require you to change your affiliation. So, whether you're just voting our way, whether you want to help with the campaign, or whether you want to actually serve in government, because it doesn't take a PhD, it doesn't take prior government service, okay? Reasonable of mind and good ethics. You can be on my team, you're at least in play. Signing on to the campaign for a volunteer or paid position now is good. And I especially want to woo Republicans, and I want you to realize that signing on to help a conservatarian actually puts your principles in play better than the current nominee. Bob is good. I am better. More importantly, Bob is capped and can't win in a two-way race. Okay? The Republican in Connecticut is capped at 50%, but Bob hurt himself along with the other Republicans by embracing Trump. And in this state, in this year, that is not going to wash. Now your cap is probably at 40%. It's a loss. Okay? On a one-on-one, Ned Lamont will be your next governor. When others are in play, particularly a Democrat, I'm still a registered Democrat, who has some pull for Democrats and therefore away from Lamont, your guy still is more in play of winning in a three-way robust race. Now, maybe I'm so elevated that I beat out Bob and win the whole thing. Good. You then have the candidate the Republicans wish they had. Look at the principles that I espouse at StewartForLiberty.com. You're not leaving the Republican Party. The Republican Party has, to some extent, left you. Okay? The Republican Party currently is the ones of trade barriers? Come on! They're the ones who are supposed to be for free trade. They're the ones who approve a $1.3 trillion deficit with the Trump and congressional plan. Republicans used to be against debt spending. Okay? Republicans are not showing themselves very well on sexism. They're not showing themselves very well on protecting industries that don't deserve protection. And they're certainly not appealing to the big middle, which they need. I am appealing. Socially permissive, fiscally conservative. How conservative? Bob's plan is to rid us of the income tax in 8 years. Mine's 3. 3 and out. How is it realistic? Because I'm the first candidate that will ever tell you we can end welfare. And we should. And it's long overdue. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 and out is realistic, and it doesn't hurt a single deserving person because welfare is aided, here you go, Bob, by private individuals who can assess every cause and organization and fund them directly. Good recipients still get money. They likely get even more money. And we have more money in our pocketbooks with a dramatic tax cut. 3 and out means 30% back first year, 34% second year, 36% third year, and we're done. That is the kind of fast acting that will actually rocket Connecticut back to its prominence. We had no income tax, Bob is right, up until the 1990s, and we did fine. We should be back to that again. My way gets it done sooner. I look forward, especially to Republicans who have the temerity to say, I can live with a non-Republican and stay even more principled. That person you're looking at now, I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein.